Welcome back, traders. This is Sandra with Trading Made Simple. What's automated trading? Well, automated trading in its simplest form is creating a strategy, writing conditions for that strategy into a program that allows your broker to execute a trade when those conditions are met, and then as well sell that position when conditions are met to exit. And so a lot of companies these days are using that buzzword of automated trading and charging you lots of money for that. But think for a moment, what would be the strategy for automated trading? Would it be a 821 EMA crossover? Is that something that you look at right now? Is it an RSI, overbought, oversold condition that you could utilize in order to take emotion out of trading? Or maybe an inside bar or an ATR crossover. There are so many different strategies that are programmed into conditions to allow a computer to basically automate these trades for you. But can you do it on TOS? And the answer is yes, you can. And I'm going to show you a little bit about that today. So if you're enjoying the content, smash that like button, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. So let's get to it. The first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to show you all the strategies that have already been written. They're already programmed into TOS, and you can start utilizing them today to see if any of these strategies would work on your watch list of favorite stocks. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into our hourglass, which is our edit studies. And when you come right over here to strategies, you can see that our studies are our indicators that we put on our charts, and strategies are actually all of the programs that have been written already to develop a strategy to see if that strategy works for your watch list of stocks and to see if it would be profitable. But how can you tell if it's profitable? Well, you need basically a program to backtest it. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a strategy, and I'm going to pick an easy one, like an RSI trend. So as I type in RSI, you can see I have if I were to just type in RSI, you can see that there are a couple different ones. Mean reversion swing, long entry, RSI strat, RSI trend, simple mean reversion. So I'm going to just pick the RSI trend, and I'm going to add that to my studies. Wow, there was like a big old pause there. Did you see that? And then it added it 3 times. Okay. Maybe I just not very patient. So now, as you can see on our chart, if I was to zoom out, I'm on a daily chart, by the way, and this matters. I'm on a daily chart 1 year. So you can change that to allow the computer to access more data so that you could see if this was profitable. So as we kind of zoom out only for 1 year on a daily chart, you can see when the computerized system has entered the trade by buying 100 shares and exits the trade. Enters and exits. And so in this manner, how would we know how profitable? Because, I mean, this definitely looks like a nice uptrend. So what we're going to do is go to our hourglass. We're going to stay in the studies tab right now, okay? And you're going to type in floating. And when you do that, floating PL, that's floating profit and loss. And this is meant so that you could backtest any of these strategies to see if they're profitable. So I'm going to hit apply. And now all of a sudden for that year, okay, it's telling us that if we obeyed the condition of getting in when the RSI hit this trigger and exited at the end of 1 year from last October to now, we would be up $88,459. Okay? So when you go into your edit studies and you look at that strategy, you could see that there are a lot of programming indicators in here that you could customize. And sometimes what I do is, I'll just check to see like they're using a Wilder's average type. So I'll go in and say, would the whole be any better? No, it would not. Well, how about exponential moving average? Oh, that's not too bad, but it's 55,000 instead of what? The 89,000. So in this manner, you can just kind of play with some of the conditions that are customizable to see which one might work better for this specific stock. Because just because RSI trend is working well on SPX, it doesn't mean that it's the best strategy for DraftKings. It actually doesn't look too bad, but you get my drift as far as just a kind of a broader view. So some strategies that are already programmed in here are more profitable or better suited for different stocks. And so that's really up to you to investigate, educate yourself, backtest it by not only looking at this, but also utilizing your paper trading ability as well as your on-demand ability, and see if you can mechanically, take the emotion out of your trading and see if you can just stick to the plan of action. Because isn't that what we're trying to do to begin with when we're trading? It's when we let our emotions get involved that all of a sudden we get off script and we start making mistakes. And so if you're following your plan and you lost money, you could say, look, I followed my plan. And if my plan is successful 80% of the time and I'm losing 20% of the time, but I'm staying with my plan as far as profit loss and profit gains, etc., then you're going to be ahead of the curve. The problem is that for most of us, it's really hard to trust our indicators. It's hard to trust our conditions that we've programmed for our own plans, and so we let emotion get in the way. And so this is a great tool that you could utilize in TOS to help you become a better trader. Now, did you know, or do you wonder, if you can then take this strategy and then create an automated order for it so that when these conditions are met and the RSI long entry pops up, that it'll buy you a call, or it'll buy you 100 shares, or it'll buy you 5 calls? And the answer is yes. But if you don't subscribe, you're not going to know when that video comes out. So I hope this helps you in your trading. Please go into your strategies. Check out all the strategies that are available to you to practice with. If you go right over here to the question mark, you could see each one of them, what they're meant to do and how they were programmed. You'll have the ability to customize some of those if you want to change the default setting and see if that works better for the type of watch list that you have. Well, I certainly hope this makes you some money, saves you some money, or just helps you along your way. If you need additional help, just email me and we'll get you set up a lot quicker than it would normally take. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on the next video.